Hi FHS, I'm Allie Fisher.
And I'm Braden Schrader with your GTV Friday edition. This week, Riley, Brittany, and Ashley have brought us their first episode with Riley on the Streets.
We hit the hallways of FHS to test the students' and staff's trivia knowledge. The participants were not informed of the question beforehand. They had to answer the question on the spot.
Who was our third president?
John Quincy Adams?
No.
Okay.
I have no idea. Thomas Jefferson! What's wrong with you?
It's not Abraham Lincoln, is it? Thomas Edison.
Who was the third president of the United States?
Are you kidding me? Wait, in like the 1800s? Like the third? Lincoln. Was it Roosevelt? Roosevelt.
Who was our third president? Don't Google it.
James Madison? Treco.
Jill Thomas.
The third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson?
Now for some follow-up trivia. Can you name all the English teachers at FHS in 15 seconds?
Mrs. Hardenbrook, Mr. Likas, Mrs. Tomasi, Mrs. Baljet. Is Mrs. Hart? I think that's all I know. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. How many?
Tomasi, Hardenbrook, Babanek, Montoya, but she's out. So her sub, the one next to her, the one across from her, Mr. Likas. Sorry, hold on. Put me on the spot. I can't think of anything.
Hardenbrook.
Tomasi.
Hart.
Montoya.
Baljet. Go! Go!
Done.
What?
Thanks for watching. Tune in soon for another segment of Riley on the Streets with Riley, Brittany, and Ashley.
Next, Braden, Mackenzie, and I found out some of FHS's secret confessions.
We went around the school asking students what their high school confessions were.
Go.
My high school confession is that I dropped a Hot Pocket in my pool, but I picked it back up, started eating it again, because I was hungry.
My high school confession is that I took my cousin to homecoming.
So, Sarah, what's your high school confession?
My confession is that I've been dating Nate Leonard since freshman year, and you punks have never figured it out.
Young love.
My FHS confession is I left a few coins in my pocket at the airport just so I could get frisked.
So, what's your FHS confession?
I really hate cleaning.
My FHS confession is that I secretly hate all seniors.
I just want to confess that I think Shapes is a lame nickname.
My FHS confession is sometimes I try to act taller than my girlfriend.
My confession is that I don't really like wearing a shirt. I like being shirtless.
Well, those are surprising. Staying fit in the winter isn't easy. Gage, Timmy, and Corey give us some fitness tips.
10, 11, oh, 1,000,001, 1,000,002. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, didn't see you there. That's like bad TV. We know winter's coming here, so we're going to show you how to stay physically fit for the winter. Rule number 1 in the gym, always look at yourself in the mirror. That's right. You're an animal. So you gotta make sure you're stretching out every muscle, especially your back. You gotta get your head touching the ground, yeah, this is like a moving plank right here. There we go. Good stretch out. Now my favorite one, you gotta just,
no training is complete without a montage.
Timmy really showed us some good techniques.
Well, we all know how important sleep is. Without it, we can't think or function right.
Justin and Gino showed us how bad it really is when you can't sleep with the Russian experiment.
To show the effects of sleep deprivation, we researched the Russian sleep experiment to remind Falevo High School to get a good night's rest. Russian researchers in the 1940s conducted an experiment. The Russian researchers took 5 enemies of the state and locked them in a chamber with a stimulant gas that prohibits sleep. They talked about the situation they're in and how they got into it. They whispered into microphone holes and thought they could win the trust of the doctors listening. After 9 days, the first of the 5 ran around the chamber screaming at the top of his lungs until his vocal cords had been shredded. The other participants ripped pages out of the book, smeared feces on them, and put them on the glass so researchers could not see them. Researchers decided to go inside to fix microphones, and they said, "Compliance will earn one of you immediate freedom," in which they whispered back, "We no longer wish to be free." When researchers went into the chamber, what they saw was horrific. Flesh peeled from bone. They had disemboweled themselves, humans that no longer looked like humans. The last of the remaining subjects, after he died, had some last words that were engraved into the minds of the researchers. He states,
"Have you forgotten so easily? We are you. We are the madness that lurks in all of you, begging to be freed at every moment in your deepest animal mind. We are what you hide from in your beds at night. We are what you sedate into silence and paralysis when you go to the nocturnal realm where we cannot tread."
He was then shot, and as he slipped away, he says,
"So, nearly free."
Well, Glads, the annual Red Cross Blood Drive is coming up this Monday, November 23rd, which means we have some information for you about donating. Like every year before, the blood drive will take place in the competition gym. Don't worry about getting lost, because runners will come get you from class at the time you signed up for to lead you to the gym where the magic happens. Now here's Mrs. Harnbrook to give you some information on preparing for your donation.
If someone is going to donate blood, they need to iron up, which means that they need to eat foods that are rich in protein and have a good dinner the night before and breakfast that morning. You have to make sure you eat breakfast before you give blood and avoid caffeine the night before and the morning of. If they are a little bit nervous, they just want to make sure that they know that they're helping to save lives. They can listen to their iPods or their phones while they're giving blood, and just know that they can talk to the nurses and ask any kind of questions that they want, and afterwards they'll be taken really good care of.
Remember to bring with you your permission slip if you're underage, school ID or license, some snacks to get you through the day, and some water to stay hydrated. This is Sam and Evan wishing you a safe and happy donation, Fowlerville.
This has been Braden
and Allie.
Have a fun and safe weekend.